Hello everybody, I am Elio, and let us continue playing Paper Mario, the ThousandYear Door, where last time we learned the location of our next crystal star is Keyhole Key. So now we're going to ask around the harbour for information about such a place. Keyhole Key? That's that cursed island. Don't get mixed up with that place for your own sake. That sounds kind of ominous. Let's talk to this bum here. I just want to talk to a couple of these guys. Oi, you with the mustache! What with the stink eye, eh? You got something to say? Right then, ask me anything. I'm like an encyclopedia, I am. I can answer anything. Oh, Keyhole Key. Listen, mate. Don't ask me about that place. I got no need for a curse from my pirate king. That sounds really ominous, and whoa! This is quite the pretty ship you got here. So golden and glorious. How long do you think it's gonna last? By the way, something I should note here, over the past few chapters there's been a rat waiting around here in the harbour. He wants finances for an oil trip, I believe, and if you pay him 100 coins, he'll pay you back triple later in the game, so very well worth doing that, but either because I didn't have the finances myself, or I forgot about him, I wasn't able to do that myself. But just know it's there. Anyway, this is where you're supposed to go. In the inn here with this guy singing about his red jewel. And what do you want, huh? Who, me, you ask about? Ah, I am called Flavio. I am, how you say, a trader, the richest man in Rogueport. Monetary wealth gives me freedom, yes, and freedom gives me wealth of spirit. And yet, why is it that a man whose life is unchained must always long for yet more, ah? What is missing from my life? This tears at my very insides. I must know, what do I lack? Romance, you say, huh? I suppose one does need some romance in his life. What other sweet, delectable fruit could make so many wonderful pasta sauces? Ah, no! It's foolish, Flavio! Not romance, you silly man! What I need is romance! Wait, hold the horses, that is it! Now that I am thinking of it, I once heard of the treasure of Cortez, the Pirate King. Yes, that is the answer! Oh, such happiness for me, a hunt for pirate treasure! Why, that just shrieks of romance and frills and emotion and even money! All four choices. Do you not know the tale? The Pirate King's treasure, hidden on Keyhole Key? Ah, well, tales say that the Pirate King Cortez hid his hoard of pirate booty there. For years, treasure hunters and ruffians have gone there in search of loot, but not a single one of them has ever returned. Oh, the horror makes my back tingle! People here whisper that the ghost of Cortez attacks all who seek his treasure. Eek! It is because of those very rumors that people no longer go to Keyhole Key. But that will not stop Flavio! That treasure is there, yes, and I am going to prove it! For I am Flavio, trader extraordinaire, millionaire, sailor of the seven seas! What is that you are saying? You are also looking for a treasure here in Rogueport? Why talk such craziness? There isn't anything like that in this dull old armpit of a town. You cannot be believing each stupid rumor that about treasure that some street urchin spews out. No, 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 no! Now what madness comes bursting from your mouth? You have a treasure map? Well, hand it over! Well, rather, I mean, show me. You are having a joke on me. This map leads straight to Keyhole Key. You swine! You mean to steal my treasure out from under me, you awful, awful man! Now I'm confused. You are looking for things known as crystal stars? Yeah. But now I am thinking, the star-shaped stone was said to be on Cortez's hoard. Perhaps I could sell it for a staggering amount of cash? Yes, that would be... Ah! Stop such thoughts, Flavio. What you need is romance, frills, and emotion. I cannot ignore what this business before me suggests. This must be fated work. Flavio shall go with you to Keyhole Key. Of course, the crystal star is yours, yes, but the rest of the treasure is mine. You must repeat that. Flavio's ears are plugged. You have no ship? Ha 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 ha! You unfortunate foolish man, do you not know who I am? I will have a ship ready in no time. It will be massive and glorious. Splendid, splendid, splendid. Let us begin preparations immediately, shall we? I shall volunteer myself as our intrepid leader, yes, and you will be captain. Ah, danger and adventure tickle my nostrils. Come to the harbor right away. I was kind of going for an extravagant Britishman voice there. I'm not entirely sure how that came off. I don't know, I kind of like the voice myself. So, off to the harbour with Flavio, I guess. We can only assume, him being the so-called richest man in Rogueport, that ship in the harbour is his. Yep, sure is. And here's the crew we're taking with us. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. Buh. Ah, yes, it is you, huh? Well, sadly a slight problem seems to have popped up. But feast your eyes on this outrageously fantastic ship. She is a fine vessel, no? She is the SS Flavian, the queen of the countless ships in my personal fleet. The raw majesty of her hull, the pomp and circumstance, none can compare to her. Ah, behold the elegant curve of her prow. She cuts into the very soul, don't you agree? But she is not just a beauty. She is a savage beast on the water, tops among sailboats. But above all, I tell you, this proud ship can... Ah, yes. Did you speak? Yes, of course. The problem that has sprung up. I had completely forgotten about it. This is Flavian. She bewitches me. Yes, well, here's the issue. We have no navigator. He ran off, the dog. The navigator, of course, is the highest-ranked helmsman. They steer ships, you know. Now, here's the real problem. The waters around Keyhole Key are definitely dangerous. We need an absurdly skilled helmsman for our navigator. Is how you say, a pickle?
Oi, Flavio! Heard you talking there, sir. If you don't mind me saying, I might have a solution.
Do not tease me, Papatch. You can solve our problem, then spit it out already.
Well, sir, I heard talk of a famed, no, legendary sailor living in Rogueport. Yeah, I think he's called Emerald Bobbery, a salty old sea dog by all accounts. But he's said to have a helmsman's touch, sir. He can make any ship bow to his will. Figures are a soul what's seen him around the seas of late.
Bassa boom! Problem solved! Let us scout out this Bobbery fellow and get him on board. As is customary, my captain will handle all negotiations. That would be you, Mario. Does that sound fair to everyone, does it not?
No complaints.
Aye, sir. Aye, sounds fair, sir.
Good plan.
Then it is decided. You must find this Bobbery and bring him here. Our fortune sails with you. Pinning all responsibilities on us. Don't worry, that feeling will be echoed through this coming chapter, believe me. By the way, it's funny because Flavio's name is kind of similar to Flavus, which is the Latin word for yellow. You know, like the colour of his skin. So, as to the whereabouts of Bobbery, it's here on the west side, and if you remember when we were star piece hunting before, or at least last interlude, there was a chimney up here, and now we have our tube ability. You can simply do that, run into a tube, and drop on down.
Boiling. What do you blokes want? You seek Admiral Bobbery? Never heard of the gent. Take your search elsewhere. Now away with you.
Gee, he's kind of dismissive, this guy. Well, what to do now if he's not Bobbery? Well, whenever in doubt, ask frankly.
Bobbery? That old sea dog lives in the east side house right next door. They say he was a great and important sailor long ago.
I have a feeling that Bob next door is lying to us, don't you think? I trust frankly more than him right now.
Admiral Bobbery, I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. Now, if you please.
Shut the act, Super Stash. We already found out that you're Admiral Bobbery.
What poppycock? Tell me, what would you want with me if I were this chap? You say your ship needs a navigator, and you want me to do the job, So sorry, but you'll have to look elsewhere. I shall set sail upon the sea no more, nevermore.
But that's just not cool. You just want to see me beg or something? Is that it? You have to come along. Only you can get us safely to Keyhole Key.
Awfully sorry, my dear boy, but when I say no, what I mean is no!
Well, what's the next move, Chief? That solid dude isn't going anywhere fast. Can't figure this guy out. What's his beef with the ocean anyway? Know what we ought to do? Go find someone who knows what this dude's deal is. But who? Again, when in doubt, ask frankly.
Admiral Bobbery won't go back to the sea. That's a setback. Don't know about the man myself, so I don't know what to tell you, unfortunately. But I'd be willing to bet that the Podley knows a thing or two. He works in the Ann's Cafe.
Well, let's head there then. And here's Podley here inside the inn, behind the counter.
You say Bobbery won't go to sea, huh? Well, can't say that surprises me. The real question is, are you folks really sure you want Bobbery back on the water? Oh, is that it? Now I see. You want to mount an expedition to Keyhole Key. Rough seas out there. Most sailors would meet their ends. Not old Bobbery, though. The fact of the matter is, Admiral Bobbery's tale is sad. Horribly sad, actually. You'll probably end up crying, but I'll tell it to you if you really want me to.
Please do.
In that case, get ready. Bobbery's tale of woe goes something like this. Bobbery was once married. He had a wife of enduring beauty named Scarlet. The two of them were madly in love, the sort of love reserved for fairy tales. Now Bobbery was a renowned sailor, so he was away from home for long periods. Scarlet never complained, though, and always waited faithfully for Bobbery's return. And Bobbery, his eye never drifted. He loved only Scarlet, truly and deeply. So they lived and found happiness where they could, and all was good for a time. But not all good things can last. It was a particularly icy winter when it happened. Scarlet fell ill. A virus? Passing cold? No one knew, but it soon turned serious. Bobbery, at sea on a long, lonely voyage, knew nothing of his bride's suffering. By the time he returned, Scarlet had succumbed. She was gone. Bobbery, of course, blamed himself. My loving wife perished because of me. If I were not at sea, I could have nursed her to health. I could have saved her. He was overcome with such thoughts. They tormented him always, haunting his sleep. He has never gone out to sea since.
Gee, what a downer. I guess that's a pretty good reason for hating the ocean.
You all know his tale now. So tell me, do you still want him to return to the sea?
Yeah, we have no choice.
Very well, I understand. If you're that determined, then I'll give you this.
You got an old letter. The letter Scarlet wrote to Bobbery on her deathbed.
On her deathbed, Scarlet wrote Bobbery a final letter. You hold it in your hands. I don't know what's written inside, but I can tell you what she told me as she lay dying. If I should succumb to this plague, and if my love should blame himself for my death, then give this letter to him, so he may hear my voice. It was her last request. But when I saw Bobbery in misery, trying to forget the pain as he mourned his wife, I just couldn't bring myself to present this letter to him. I've regretted it ever since. Please, take this letter and do the deed I was too cowardly to do. Take it to Bobbery.
Listen, Podley, thanks a ton. I'll deliver this thing. You feel better, okay? Let's roll, Gonzales.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna tell you, just about every time I hear that story, I feel at least a little sad inside. Anyways, on to Bobbery to hand the letter.
What? Oh, my Blabberton's beard, not you again! No matter how many times you entreat me, my stance is firm. Now away with you! Pardon? A letter, you say? For me? What? Scarlet? This is Scarlet's handwriting! Scarlet, my love.
My love, if you're reading this letter, I am no longer by your side. Because fate has stepped between us, I decided to write you this letter. If you are reading this, I must have passed away while you were out at sea. I can only assume that you will blame yourself for it, my sweet Bobbery. Although my life was short, you gave me more than a lifetime's worth of joy. Though you are born, I beg that you will remember that time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you are one with me. Do not lose both your life's loves.
Time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you are one with me. 1,000 pardons. But may I have a moment alone, if you please? Yes, my love. I was happy, my sweet, sweet Scarlet. I love you still. Now then, you were looking for a navigator, I believe, bound for Keyhole Key.
Yeah.
Harm! If you think an old sea bum like me is what you need, then let's shove off!
Emerald Bobbery! Yes! And now he's on our side, leading to one of the 2 times in the game where a second person can hop on Yoshi's back. Which is pretty interesting, though it is short. And he stashed a star sprite back here, so that's worth collecting. And so out his door we go.
The ship's in the harbor, I must inspect her before we leave. I shall meet you there.
And so we shall, next time on Paper Mario, the ThousandYear Door. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time for the start of Chapter 5.